Hi there, Forever Retro 82 here. You may notice it's a little darker because I noticed on this camera that I had bought that I have that if I make the gain higher to where it makes it look brighter, there's a lot of vertical lines on it. This thing takes great photos, but for video it's not all that good. So hopefully this is bright enough to where you can see me and see my reactions to things and stuff like that. It seems to have taken the care of the line problem, at least to a minimal state. You can probably see it a little bit depending on your whatever you use for looking into your screen. I mean, I could see it in my face, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks. Ugh. There's ghosting. That's always nice. Get what you pay for, I suppose. Anyways, I hope you're all doing good tonight. But before I begin this video, I just want to apologize for my actions on the stream. I may have said some things that offended you. And if I did, I apologize. Honestly, I was just drunk and having a good time and not thinking right. Also, I want to state that I was I did not play my best. I was especially near the end of the stream. I was in the height of my drunkenness to where I was just saying whatever came to mind and didn't even think about it. So, I do apologize for that. It was wrong. It was wrong of me, not right of me, and hopefully we can move on from that. I'm going to be taking a break from streaming for a little while because one, I'm out of beer, and two, I just want to focus on just the usual thing that we do. But if you want to tell me in the comments below after this video is over, if you like the streams and you want to see more streams, let me know. I can do them sober. I don't. It's just the beer helps. Also, I'm thinking about my next stream. I may try it solo and see how well I do. Uh, Trust me, it's nice to have friends and all, but when everyone's just talking and you can barely get a word in, it's not all that fun. No offense to my buddies, of course, because they're my friends, and I really appreciate their help when it comes to making a stream. So thank you guys, and you know who you are. Now, with that being said, um, we're on to this video. Uh, this video is basically, you can see on my shirt, Thundercat symbol. As you may know, also, I'm a big fan of Thundercats. That's a tattoo, if you don't know. Obviously, it's not no rub-on tattoo. This is an authentic tattoo I got. They kind of fucked up up here, though. I plan on getting it redone at some point. Don't know when. Tattoos are expensive. But I'm a big fan of Thundercats. And well, in terms of video games, the game we're going to be playing today is actually a fan remake of the Lost Eye of Thundera that was released on the Amiga. Now, if you don't know what that game is, well, it goes something like this. Now that we have seen that, let's never speak of it again. It's an awful game that I've had the displeasure of playing. I could not find any redeeming quality of it other than the fact that it is a game of my favorite cartoon franchise. Uh, the original Thundercats in my heart is just pure love. I remember sitting in front of my old TV back in 1986 and just like, you know, when you're a kid, you stare at shit and you just love it to death. And that was one of the things I've gotten with Thundercats. I actually had the small sword, not the big one, the deluxe. I always wanted it though, but my parents were poor people and they didn't have the funds to get it. But I got the little one and I was happy with that as a kid. Now, like I said, there's a fan remake that I'm about to play called Super shit. Well, you'll see the title in a minute. Super Lost Eye of Thunder. There we go. Just took a minute to click in my brain. And basically, it's a fan remake using OpenBOR. The creator was Mesox, I think. Quote me if I'm wrong. It's pretty. I played some of it, and it's pretty damn cool. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let my fan base to see this if they're also Thundercat fans, because it's a massive improvement over the bloody original. And did you know it was going to be an NES game? Yeah, I can't find the ad. Otherwise, I would show it here. I'm during my intro. That it said coming soon to something in NES. So there was going to be an NES version. Unfortunately, that did not happen, as you can probably tell, because wow, there's no Thundercat cartridge on the NES. They did come out with a 2012 Thundercats video game for the Nintendo DS though, and that game was a steaming pile of shit. It was redundant as hell. You kill a few enemies, and then you would activate the Sword of Omens, and you'd be like, Thundercats, ho! And you hear that over and over and over and over and over again. Very redundant, very shitty. That cartoon was good, though, and I really wish it would have continued. But unfortunately, the toys didn't sell for shit. Met the same fate as the 2002 remake of Masters of the Universe. I mean, it's like all the cartoons we love from our youth. They come back and either they're shit. I mean, I will fight tooth and nail over my next opinion. The 2012 iteration of Ninja Turtles is a big, steaming pile of dog shit. It looks like an N64 game, a bad one at that, and the acting is cringeworthy. Yeah, it's for kids, I get it, but I don't fucking care. It looks like crap. Give me the original 80s version and the 2003 version, and I'm happy. So, that being said, let's just get to the game. We already have it loaded, so, oh, there we go. Super The Lost Eye of Thundera. Now, if you don't know what BOR is, or OpenBOR, it is to side-scroll beat-em-ups like Mugen is to fighting games, meaning you can make games on the platform and release them to the masses. I've never been a fan of Mugen because the controls, I just can't figure out the mappings of them. If you want to tell me in the comments, please do, because then maybe my opinion will change. So yeah, this is an OpenBOR mod. Mersox, I'm sorry. I thought it was Mesox. My bad. So, this title screen is the same as it was in the old game. Well, minus the little copyright thing and shit. Anyways, let's turn on the music. There we go. That should suffice. Alright, let's go ahead and start the game. The agents of Evil Mumra entered the cat's lair and kidnapped several members of Thundercats team. Lionel was out on the mission when the raid took place to steal the marijuana and cocaine off of Chitara's breast. No. But vows that he must go to the Black Pyramid and rescue the teammates. Can Lionel battle his way past Mumra's henchmen in the forest and underground caverns and return to glory to the Thundercats' name? Find out in the next episode of The Thundercats. So as you can see, night and day. That's music from the show, which also is a nice touch. I really like the music in the show. I mean, I would never buy a soundtrack. I think a soundtrack of that does exist, like on either record or CD or even cassette tape. There's Jaga the Wise. If you knew, that was Jaga's mentor in the show. If you touch him, you get shooting abilities. Now, in the original game, you got a gun that did pretty much the same thing, but this is more useful because of how the enemies are, like how they move and all that shit. I'm glad they can make side-scroll platformers using this engine, though. And in fact, there was a shoot-'em-up being made using this engine, but it never came to fruition, and I'm kind of, bummed out by that because it could have been awesome. So we've just been called hoes, and get used to that. I played through 3 stages, and it doesn't change. Now, what I would have done if I made this, I would have made him hold the sword up and say ho. That's just me, though. I may wonder why I'm standing and attacking. The collision in this game needs work. You know, given that, you know, this will ever get an update. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Oh, cool. There's Jaga the Wise. Give me some shoes. The new Thundercats started off really awesome. I mean, it was dark, fucking... I think Mumra was disguised as there's Panthro, and it was really Mumra, and he stabbed Claudius in the back and killed him. That was pretty cool. Claudius was Lionel's father in both series. If you ever want to see what Claudius looked like in the original, you need to watch the episode called Return to Thundera. Not the mini-series, but the actual episode Return to Thundera, which is one of my favorite episodes. What is my favorite episode? I can't say I have a favorite episode, but my favorite miniseries is Return to Thundera. In fact, oh, Jackal, man, fuck off. Which was also voiced by Larry Kenny. Yeah, pretty, mediocre boss fights, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, he was also voiced by Larry Kenny, which was the voice of Lionel, which also did Sonny from the Cocoa Puffs commercials, some Milton Bradley commercials with those jingles in it and whatnot. This is pretty awesome right here. Plays a Thunder Tank theme, and you know, you got this little shooter shit going on. This is neat. I can get into stuff like this because it plays just like a side-scroller in the classic style. So, you know, this ain't a classic game necessarily, but it's a fan remake of a game that was just very, very poor design, as you saw. I don't know if this is using MIDIs or MP3s or OGG files, but the quality is fucking phenomenal. It's very clean. So I just gonna just call the hoe from Lino from the tank. That man has no fucking shame. Fuck you, Lino. You're a hoe. No, Chitara's a hoe. In fact, the voice actor Chitara, I can't think of her name. Feel free to let me know. I watched the... God damn it. Fucking collision this game can suck my ass sometimes. Apparently she was a hoe. She pretty much made that crystal clear at the panel. Well, come on. Most of us old school fans of Thundercats who are in our 30s or even 40s now, you know, we wanted to bang Chitara. I mean, come on. Let's not lie here. We all wanted to fucking put the Sword of Omens in her. Our own personal Sword of Omens. I just lost like 2 lives because the collision is bad. Yeah, and the enemies are very redundant, but it was also like that in the original game. So, you know, it's not too far off. I need some shooties, which helps with the horrible collision detection. Well, it's not horrible, it's just very inaccurate. But, I mean, it's a fan-made game. I'm not expecting, you know, production quality from, like, a big company. No, this is made by either a couple dudes that are a fan of Thundercats and wanted to make, you know, a game and give it justice. I mean, if I could change some things, I would definitely put more variety of enemies, you know. But, you know, I'm not a game creator, so I don't have the ability. But if I did, I would. And, of course, at the end of the stage, he'd hold up the sword and yell, ho. No, just little subtle touches. So far, it's fun, it's playable. Oh god, monkey and another mutant, that piece of dog shit. It's funny how it makes these voice clips, though. Yeah. As you can see, the bosses are just, you know, they have a little bit of a run and jump and just attack them, and yeah, nothing special. I wonder how, you know, you fight Mumra in this, which I'm pretty sure you do. I wonder how that's going to end up like. Hopefully it'll be cool. Yeah, if you have a favorite episode of Thundercats, you know, let me know. You know, if you enjoyed the series. I understand it's not everyone's favorite cartoon, but it was a big part of the 80s. It was not nearly as big as Ninja Turtles, you know, or maybe even He-Man. You know, if you watched He-Man lately, though, that is definitely a cartoon that hasn't aged well at all. And the reason for it is, you notice they always reuse animation frames. Now, that was common in the 80s. I mean, all of Lino's, you know, Thundercats Ho animations were more or less the same. But at least the animations of what Lino would do were pretty much different. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, with He-Man, he had the running animation, and it was the same on every episode. It's like they just reused that cell on that set episode. I can't imagine the production qualities of He-Man were, you know, large. I don't know if, you know, Thundercats were the same way. I just know they were produced by Rankin Bass. But the truth of the matter is, if people know anything about it, Thundercats was actually animated in Japan, and then the voice work was done here. And if there's anything I didn't like about the new series, it would have to be Mumra. He's okay. I mean, I love that outfit where he looks like a gargoyle, but I mean, they just put it much over the top, you know? Oh, cool, another driving stage. Awesome. I like these. It's a nice, you know, change of pace. I like games that switch it up, you know? There's not many games that do that anymore. They just, you know, you run around in some set environment, shoot some shit, maybe manipulate some electronics, and then move on. It's like, okay. I mean, this is not the level degree of that, obviously, but, you know, it's still, goddamn it, it's still a nice change, you know, when you have, when they change it up a little bit. Like, there's one game for the GameCube called or it was for the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It was called Metal Arms Glitching the System. And yeah, most of the time you're running around in an arena like corridors and shit, blowing up enemies. It's a cheap ass game. It's hard. Oh shit, slide. Yes, you suck. Oh, he does. I just choosed it because that pattern was annoying as hell. There are certain patterns in games, you know, especially in shooting games, that just annoy the fuck out of me, and that's one of them. Okay. Timer's still going. Talk about a glitch. Alright, we'll see what happens when the time runs out. Hopefully I just die and not in the game don't end. Because if it is, we'll have to cut it and I'll have to re-enable the video when it, Anyways, this is stupid. But you can't, you know, you can't complain, but I do anyways. Not what I was talking about. Oh yeah, with Mumra and the 2012 thing. He looked cool and everything, but the voice was just didn't fit it. I mean, I don't think Earl Hammond could be replaced. He did a kick-ass Mumra. I mean, there's nothing he did as Mumra that was bad. He was just a maniacal freak that would laugh and get his kicks. Well, since I'm waiting for the time to run out, I might as well just refill my juice. It's actually a new flavor. It's called Split sounded good. It's like hazelnut and something else. I forgot what they said. But I was getting tired of that. I was vaping this one called the Oklahoman, and it was basically passion fruit and strawberry. Okay, let's see what happens when we're out of time. Oh, that's nice. Very nutty. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to cut it and get back here because it's yeah. Well, that's a drag. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it and I'll re-upload as soon as I'm done beating Slide. Sorry about it. I mean, you know, you can't, like I said, with these fan games, they're free. You know, they're not. You know, if money was involved, I'm pretty sure more playtesting would have been within order here. But unfortunately, yeah, that kind of sucks. But okay, I will see you as soon as I get back to this. Apparently, there is a continue function that brings you back to where you were as you die. So even if I don't make it to Mumra, which I'm sure I will, I don't know how many stages there are, but I'm just saying, I could just, you know, reload it and try again. So that's nice. I think the original game had 10 levels. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but like I was saying about Mumra, Earl Hammond can't be replaced. He can't. He's, you know, he fitted the voice just perfect. Sometimes it was a little over the top, but I thought it was, you know, perfect, at least in my opinion. And he had Earl Hyman, may he rest in peace, voice of Panthro. He was also the grandpa in the Cosby Show, I think. And we all know what's happening with Cosby right now. He's getting a pudding pop, all right, but not the kind you eat. Yes. Damn it! Damn it! I know certain patterns in games like that just piss me off. All right. Let me see if it... There we go. Jesus. Vulture Man. I knew he was going to do that, but I fucking jumped too early. Nothing. Yes, Lino, I'm a hoe. We established this 8 stages ago? Now 9 stages? Yeah, even though the enemies are redundant, this is a better experience than the original game, hands down. And if you have nostalgic value, excuse me, of the original game, I'm not hating on you for it. There's a lot of games that I'm nostalgic for, and I like. I got tons of guilty pleasures. I mentioned them in my stream, and I'll mention a couple of them right now. There's a couple fighting games that are just awful, but I played them from time to time. I didn't hit that motherfucker? I guess not. Like I said, I have two fighting games that I played on my. I didn't play on here. I basically made a promo. Oh, that was stupid. Yeah, press the jump button, dude. That's what. Anyways, Rise of the Robots and Power Moves for the Super Nintendo game. I can see a couple people cringing at that fucking thought right now. It's fun to me. I think the game is fun. Oh, here we go. Now for the final battle against the forces of Mumra, the Ever-Living. So we get to go in the Black Pyramid now. That's cool. And then that drawing of Mumra, it's awesome. Did you know, like I was telling about the production value of He-Man was really bad. You know, Thundercats wasn't perfect either in terms of production values because they used a lot of the voice actors for the Thundercats to do other voices. Like, for instance, Mandora the Space Chaser is voiced by the voice actor of Chitara, and Earl Hyman's also the voice for the Ancient Spirits of Evil. So, you know, in that regard, they were being cheap too. But that, like I said, that was a common thing back then because, you know, if they could save money somewhere. Ah, damn, these enemies suck. I hate these motherfuckers. What are they supposed to be, rhinos? I can't really tell because the sprite work's a little crude. Like I said, not hate. It's not hate at all. I'm just glad something like this exists. Matter of fact, if you guys like this video, there is another BOR game on my computer that I can actually try to do a playthrough on. It's a beat 'em up. It's called He-Man, and it's got like really kick-ass what looks to be rotoscoped animation, and it also has Lino in it. So you know, the whole He-Man Lino crossover comic. See, the fucking collision in this game pisses me off. You know, you have that, and in video game format. But like I said, the beat 'em ups on this engine are just really, really dull. Oh, here we go. We get to fight Mumra now. Awesome! I get to see my homeboy in action. I'm not expecting anything epic or anything. It's probably almost the same as the others. Ah, there's that laugh. Oh, okay. Does that. Okay. Something different. That's nice. It plays, I guess, this is Mumra's theme. I know you hear this when Lino's trials to become the Lord of the Thundercats. You hear this while he's fighting against Mumra. Yeah, I mean, if anyone were to ask me my favorite episode of Thundercats, wow, this is cool. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. That's Mumra's ever-living form, where he's a fucking muscular, demonic-looking entity of awesomeness. I just got floored by goddamn fireball. And again, okay, I understand you're in love with the corner, but come over here and stop being such a fucking pussy bitch. I'm getting fucking my ass kicked. I hope I can beat him. I mean, I could probably just continue if I... God fucking damn it. I'm getting annoyed now. Because he keeps going in the goddamn corner, fucking corner whore. If there's one thing I hate about 2D games, it's that. Is when enemies just love the corner. It's like they want to make love to it and marry it and have kids with it. For fuck's sake, enough's enough. Oh shit, he's getting a little faster here and trickier. Oh, got him. The scream. That's awesome. That's a nice touch. Alright, let's see what I get for my spoils. Thank you for that, Lino.
And the ancient spirits of evil.
Oh no, copyright shit. I'm fucked.
And the miserable
Please, YouTube, don't flag me for copyright.
Now, there is one last thing we have to do. So, Panthro, if we're going to do it, let's do it.
That's off the Return to Thundera miniseries, which is my favorite miniseries. Like I said, I don't have a favorite episode, but the Return to Thundera series is my favorite miniseries. That should have been the series finale, but I didn't make the series. Oh, here we go. My boner's getting bigger. Oh! I just got goosebumps. That's glorious. Can't tell. Used a couple clips of the show. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, that was super. Lost Eye of Thundera. A lot better than the original, don't you think? I'll have the link to where you can get it in the description below, of course. And I hope you enjoyed this little playthrough. You know, this is something I wanted to see. And see if it was cool. You know what's funny about this? That right there? That screen? Yeah. I have the little tray You know, they made these for like a bunch of cartoons and shit from the day. So you just gotta without knocking it down. So yeah, that was Thundercats. I don't know. Do you have any kind of love or care or admiration for the series? Anything you'd like to say, please feel free to drop a line, and you know, I'll respond to you, of course. But if you had other favorite cartoons from the '80s and or whatever, feel free. But Thundercats was definitely mine, as I've stated many a times before in the past, and I state it now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what the next one is going to be, but I will try very hard to get something. I still need to do Turbo Week. I'm going to try to aim for next week to do Turbo Week, depending on how my sleep. Lately, my sleep has been better. As you know, I struggle with insomnia. I don't know what the next one's going to be. But I will tell you a couple of near future projects. I've been requested by one of my fans to do Guardian Legend. And that's going to be a multi-part video because it's a long game. And it's been years since I've played it. So, and I have completed it one time. And I hope the hell I can do it again. Also, the games I lost on my stream, I'm going to do those probably on just a separate video since it'll just be me, you know, and the game. And I don't have any distractions. I won't be drunk because that was. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for myself, but I'm just going to say that that's, in my opinion, that's pretty much what caused me to fail. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I hope you all took good care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.